The Godless Punch. I never thought I'd be here. The lights, the smoke, the buzz of 10,000 throats chanting my name like it belonged in the same breath as the legends. A world title shot. Me, Jack Doyle, the guy who stumbled into the fight game like a drunk finding religion, with a chin scarred by bad decisions and a record stitched together by flukes and lucky breaks. Nobody thought I'd make it out of the clubs, not with my lazy jab and brittle hands. But I kept winning somehow. Guys better than me, faster, stronger, sharper, walked away with bruised egos and excuses, while I walked away with another notch on my record. They called me a fraud, a miracle man, a fluke. I didn't argue. I just kept showing up, collecting scalps I didn't deserve. Until suddenly I was #1 contender, staring down the barrel at the best middleweight who ever lived, Rafael El Toro Calderon. I should have been terrified. Instead, I felt something else, something monstrous. It happened in the gym 2 weeks out. Midnight session, lights buzzing overhead, air thick with the sour musk of leather and sweat. My trainer had gone home. Just me, the heavy bag, and the silence. I was working the heavy bag in a dark, dusty gym in Jersey, the kind of place where sweat has soaked into the woods so deep you can taste history in the air. My coach was late, the place empty. I started hitting the bag, rhythm slow, shoulders loose. Then something flickered in my head, like a film reel skipping. The shadows in the corners bent, stretched, breathed. I felt a pull in my chest, a coil unwinding, a door swinging open on hinges I didn't know I had. When I threw the next punch, it wasn't mine. Not fully. Something else was inside it, a power ripped from a place that didn't belong in this world. My fist hit the bag and the chain screamed before snapping clean off. The leather cylinder shot across the gym like a missile, cracking against the far wall. A kid mopping floors 15 yards away dropped screaming, blood running from a split cheek where the flying chain caught him. I stood there, glove hanging at my side, heart hammering like I'd swallowed dynamite. My knuckles didn't hurt. My arm didn't ache. It felt pure, perfect. In that moment, I believed I had the power, not luck, not fluke, power from somewhere higher or lower, something no man could match. That night, I told the reporters, the cameras, anyone who'd listen, I'm winning this fight, 100%. Not even God can stop me. I've mastered something beyond all of you. They laughed. Calderon's camp doubled over. My own manager buried his face in his hands. But I didn't flinch. I'd seen what my punch could do. Fight night, Madison Square Garden, smoke crawling along the rafters, the crowd electric. I walked down the aisle like a man who owned the world. The lights felt cold on my shoulders, but inside I burned. Calderon was waiting across the ring, a mountain carved out of stone, eyes black and patient. He didn't look at me like I was a threat, more like I was a nuisance delaying his dinner. The bell rang. The first round was chess, nothing more. I flicked the jab, he flicked his. We circled, tested distance. I didn't press. I knew what I was holding. The crowd booed. They wanted blood. Second round, same story. Cautious, tentative. He snapped a few rights to my ribs. I countered with a hook that brushed his guard. Nothing landed clean. The tension stretched tight. The noise swelled. Then the third. Something inside me told me it was time. The same flicker from the gym. Shadows leaning forward. Space warping around me. I threw the punch. It wasn't aim perfect. He had his guard high, elbows tucked. But when my fist collided with his left arm, the world broke. The sound was sickening, like wood splitting under an axe. Calderon staggered sideways, 5 yards across the canvas, crashing to his knees. His glove pawed the floor, his left arm hanging dead, twisted, useless. The crowd went silent, then erupted into chaos. Unprecedented. No man had ever shattered another with a blocked punch. The referee counted. 1, 2, 3. By 8, Calderon was up, wincing, dragging that ruined arm into something like a guard. I smelled blood, history, immortality. This was it, but the power didn't come again. I pressed forward, throwing combinations, trying to summon it, trying to feel the coil unwind. But my punches were just punches now. Hard, yes, clean sometimes, but human. Calderon fought with one arm, teeth gritted, eyes blazing with something beyond pain. Round after round, I poured myself into him, sweat and rage and desperation, but the miracle was gone. My lungs caught fire, my legs turned to lead. I was the one breaking. By the eighth, I was hollow. Every breath was a scream. My gloves dropped lower, my vision swimming. Calderon, the wounded bull, saw it. He charged, a one-armed man, throwing with the fury of a god. His right hand cracked across my jaw like a sledgehammer. My knees buckled. Another shot, temple to skull, the lights dimmed. The canvas rose up to greet me, merciless and cold. I heard the referee's voice counting me out, but it was distant, muffled, like coming from underwater. Afterward, they called Calderon the greatest again, maybe the greatest forever. They said I was brave, reckless, stupid. A footnote, but I know the truth. For one moment, I touched something no boxer, no man, was meant to touch. I bent the laws of this world. I broke an arm with a punch through a guard. I became more than human, and then it was gone. I lie awake nights, staring at the ceiling, fists clenched, trying to feel that flicker again, to open that door, to summon the power. But it doesn't come. Maybe it was a gift. Maybe it was a curse. Maybe it was never mine to keep. But I can still hear myself, that night before the fight, grinning into the cameras. Not even God can stop me. I laugh at it now, a bitter, broken laugh. Because God didn't stop me. Exhaustion did. My own limits did. And maybe that's worse. In the end, I wasn't a miracle. I was just Jack Doyle, a fraud who reached too high, touched the other side for a heartbeat, and fell back down into the dirt where he belonged.